Today I'm going to show you how to paint a simple still life using a simple 3-step method, which covers the shapes, the values and the edges. Okay, let's go quickly through the colors. Titanium white, yellow ochre, raw sienna, Van Dyke brown, it's very close to raw umber, burnt umber, Italian brown pink, it's a very transparent color, Indian red, a Naphtol red, Prussian blue and black. Liquid original, which helps to dry the color faster. Hi everyone, I'm Stas. I create realistic oil paintings. On this channel I share what I learned along my artistic journey and hope it can be useful in your own art. Enjoy! Let's have a look into the composition itself. We can remove this table front and then you see immediately it goes out into infinity. It can be done like that as well, although I found it creates more points of readability for the viewer's eye if I use this table front. This table front trick is used since very old times. That's one of the old master paintings. You see how it has this part, whatever it is, but it's similar. Then we have here this one that's very on the bottom. We have here also a table front, you see, creates a step in forward. Through wiping, I mark the basic shapes of the objects on the canvas. Using my small brush, I sketch in very loosely the basic shapes and forms of the subjects. I'm not spending too much time at this stage because it will be covered with color and whatever is not on the right spot will be fixed with the color. When drawing, I deconstruct the subjects into simple forms. This jug, for instance, is a gently pressed sphere and it has a narrow cylinder put into the top of it. The pitcher is a cylinder that tapers towards the top. And the bird is an amalgamation of multiple spheres that are gently pressed and stretched, creating a smooth, organic form. A cylinder for the tail we could add as well, and maybe a triangle for the nose. Eliminating the white canvas helps you to judge your colors and values much better. I mark the shadow areas with a thin wash. Okay, let's block in the main shapes. Start with the background. Don't stress about the exact colors yet. Focus on getting the dark values right. Block in shadows using warm colors. Work on each object in 3 steps. Shadow, middle tones, then light. Build up layers gradually. Think about form when applying brush strokes, as if you would go on top of the form, so go around it. The movement of your brush should repeat the form. Notice how I'm staying with the big brush most of the time. There's no need to switch to smaller brushes when you're just working to establish a unified base. Try spending about 90% of your painting time with the biggest brush available for you. Only switching to smaller ones when you can't achieve the desired strokes with the larger brush. This approach is important because it helps you stay focused on the overall composition rather than getting lost in details too early, especially in the beginning and middle stages. An organic glass form like this has unique qualities, as it displays numerous reflections scattered across its surface. It reflects not only nearby objects, but almost the entire room around it. However, we don't need to replicate every reflection, only those that contribute to the illusion of a glass surface. And that we'll figure out by observing. Most of the reflections have sharp edges, and the highlights are much crisper compared to the other materials like clay and ceramic. I work again on the background, and I try to bring it as close to the final value as possible. Think of the subjects as 3 main values. To show that, let me turn this into black and white. That is the dark, the middle and the light. That's the darkest point. That's the middle. Actually, let me turn on a lighter background. See, the light is a comparable light. That's not the highlight. That's just the closest to the highlight, this area. A second round of blocking in begins by bringing the background closer to its final value, allowing for better judgment of the subject's values. At this stage, one is also more warmed up with mixing the colors. The highlights on all subjects are cooler, creating an opportunity to unify them with a similar cool tone. Turn off the main light occasionally and check your values in natural light. This helps reveal any mistakes and allows you to make adjustments accordingly. The bird has all the reds that the clay jug has as well. Plus, here and there it has also the blues from the picture. And since it's in the front and the closest to us, it is also higher in its contrasts. And this is achieved by less whites and more pure colors. Notice how I test the color with a small stroke before I apply it. I darken the background to its final value, allowing the subjects to stand out even more on the canvas. A balance between sharp and blurry edges creates a great realistic illusion. To soften the highlights on the clay, I use my finger for a more diffused effect, as they initially appeared too crisp. If you want to see the complete painting process, join me on my Patreon for the full-length tutorial. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, you're gonna love this video over here. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Keep on painting.